Hello, and welcome to Havoc Wargaming, dedicated to bringing you the uncommon. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Ron, and today we're going to do an after-action report of Gunfighter's Ball by Knuckleduster Games. So let's get started. Today we're going to return to my favorite skirmish Wild West game, Gunfighter's Ball by Knuckleduster Games. Now I should mention when I say it's my favorite game, Gunfighter game, that I lean towards playing Gunfighter games at conventions. So one of the things that I've always wanted in a Gunfighter game is individual character play, where a person is playing no more than 3 characters at a time, and maybe only one, as opposed to playing whole posses. And what we're going to do right now is take you to my most recent solo game. This game isn't really designed for solo gameplay. It works in a pinch, and a lot of my videos right now, I still haven't done many videos with multiple players, in some parts because of my work schedule and because of where I film my videos, but also partially because of the present pandemic. But that is seeming to wear down, and we'll start to change that. Let's return to the days of old and go to the gaming table. We're set up today for just a duel in the streets. The town of Peaceful Valley, in the middle of, I don't know, the desert somewhere, from the looks of the cactuses. To save some time, I decided to use pre-made cards for my 2 new sets of Knuckleduster figures. So this is a fictional encounter between the Earp faction and the Cowboys. All right, so what we have here are the Cowboys faction, just coming out of the livery stable where they've secured their horses. Starting from the left to right, we have William Clanton with two pistols. Ike Clanton with 1 pistol. Again with 2 pistols is Curly Bill Brocious, the leader of the gang. The gunslinger Johnny Ringo. And then we have Tom McClowry and Frank McClowry, the McClowry brothers. And here we have the Earps faction. Again, starting on the left and going to the right, we have Morgan Earp, Virgil Earp, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Texas Jack Vermillion, and Turkey Creek Johnson. And there's the town. So we're going to go ahead and pull the first cards. So the first card is a 7 of clubs. Now the suit doesn't really matter. All that really matters is the 7, and that is going to be Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp gets 2 actions. In the rules state that if one of those actions, it's going to be a move and a shoot, that the move has to be first. We have it on good account from Forrest Harris, the writer of the game, that that's changing. So you will be able to move and shoot. However, because there is a modifier to shooting when you've moved, you need to make the call in advance of actually having done it. We're still at a really far distance for any sort of shooting in this game. So I think what we're going to do is move. So you have to roll for the move. It's a D10 for an activation. Wyatt Earp gets a 5. It's not a bad way to start. I'll move over here towards the horses. And we're going to go ahead and move. 7 inches this time. That's pretty far. I think that's going to get us over by the cactus here. Next card is a 10. Billy Clanton. I'm going to go ahead and move towards that horse. That was the wrong die. Well, we'll call it an 8. He doesn't need to move 8 to get to the horse. So he's going to move to the horse, and then second action he's going to mount. Knuckleduster does mounted figures for both of these factions. I don't have them at present, unfortunately. Now, this is an ace. That's going to activate Frank McClowry. He's going to go ahead onto the sheriff's step there for the first. And 10. He's going to walk up and take cover He could have gone up to 10. He doesn't have to. He's going to take cover there. And then we have a king, and that is Curly Bill Brocious. When his action is drawn, he can give his turn to any ally within 12 inches. I'm going to go ahead and use that ability and send in Johnny Ringo. Johnny Ringo is going to come over to here for his first move, and his second is going to be 5 inches, another 5 inches. And that's going to take him just over to here. 9 is Johnny Ringo. Johnny Ringo could try shooting. He's got, oh, that fellow's sort of blocking his sight. So I think what we're going to have to do is move and shoot. So he's going to move 2 inches. That ain't great, but if I move out this way, nobody's in the shot. So now we're going to get our first shot of the game. If it was under 9, Wyatt Earp could call for a quick draw, which will reduce the number of rounds that Johnny Ringo could fire. +5 secondary modifier for Johnny Ringo because this is what he does. So we look at the QRS, or the player's cheat sheet for this shot. It is just, what did I say, just at 12 inches, isn't it? That's 11 inches, so that's going to be under 12. You can go up to 15, so it's not a problem. This is going to be a medium shot at 44. Because he moves, that is a primary modifier. You apply those first, but you can only ever apply one primary modifier, and they halve the ability to hit. Those are shooting while moving, shooting is mortally wounded, or on the quick draw. They don't keep halving, they only can apply one. So it's going to drop to a 22 for that. His skill adds 5, so that's 27. Now he could fire 1 or 2 shots. Well, he could fire up to 3 shots. One is dropped by a 10. So right now it's 27, and if he fires 2, it would be 27, 17, and if he fired all 3, it'd be 07. You have to declare that before you roll any of them. So even if you kill the guy on the first shot, you are required to keep shooting. This isn't a really good chance, but he's going to go ahead and try it anyway. So 27 for the first one. That is a 42, that's a miss. So then 17 for the second, 61, that's a miss, and now 07, 84. All of those missed. And so we mark off 3 rounds. First shots fired in anger of the game. Oh my God. Johnny Ringo again. Wow. Well, he's going to fire again. He's going to fire from there. He's going to empty his pistol by doing this, but now he will not have that negative. So it's going to be 44 plus 5, so 49, 39, and 29. 70, that's a miss. 43, that's a miss. That should have, he needed a 39, and now he needs a 29. And a 96. Wow, Johnny Ringo just emptied his pistol and fired, hit nothing. He's supposed to be a really good shot here. That's lucky for Wyatt. Ace is Frank McClowry. Frank is going to take a shot. Frank is going to do something a little different, though. Frank is going to aim his shot at Wyatt. Wyatt in bad cover there. He's aimed, which is going to give him a plus to hit. The range, this is under 9 inches. So when Frank decides he's going to shoot, that gives Wyatt the chance to do a quick draw. The white die is going to be Wyatt. The black die is going to be Frank McClowry. Wyatt Earp is a pistolier, so he gets a +5 to all, for secondary modifier to all pistol shots. He's a deliberate shooter, which is also going to give him 10% on a quick draw. The primary, the 50% is taken off. However, he's also, more importantly, has a +1 to the quick draw roll. Still, he loses. The advantage of quick draw, besides lowering Frank's chance of hitting, because it would have been short range, it would have started at 60, and he would have had 60, 50, and 40. However, quick draws you can only fire once. He loses the point for aim, he loses the ability to fire 3 rounds, and he is reduced by half for the primary modifier of quick drawing. So he's now at 30. He has no modifiers over that, and only the one shot. And he misses. It's a 48. However, in the return fire, also 60 for Wyatt Earp. It drops to 30. However, because he's a pistolier and a deliberate shooter, that's going to go up by 15 points. So he's at 45, but he still also can only fire one round now. 66. He misses. He misses that round. That is a king. That is Curly Bill Brocious. I'm going to go ahead and activate him. I'm going to move him. Curly Bill is going to start moving into the fight. Bet he's not moving that desperately. He double moves or runs. 7. 7 is... Oh, 7 is Wyatt Earp. Yep. So that's what I mean. Now he doesn't get to activate but his card, hole in the wall card flips back over. And now we can go to the next card, which is a 3. And this is going to be Texas Jack Vermilion. He's going to go ahead and move 5. And 3. Up onto the step of the barber shop there. Tom McClowry. Tom, who's sitting in the open right now. He's going to run over here by these barrels next to his brother. 7. That is Wyatt Earp again. All right, so Wyatt... Oh, Johnny Ringo's empty. He can't do a quick draw. Wyatt Earp is going to shoot at Johnny Ringo. This is just under 9, just barely. That's going to be a 60. He's always got that +5, so it's going to be 65. Let's go ahead and aim. We'll do an aim for the first action and then shoot 3. So he's got a 75, 65, and 55. That's a hit, 75 exactly. 59, that's a hit. And the third one, that should have been 65, now 55. And I rolled 42. All 3 rounds hit Johnny Ringo. Wyatt Earp fires 3 more rounds. Hits Johnny Ringo. And now we're going to go to the black deck. Now the black deck is shuffled every time you pull a card. But unlike normally, when it's 3 hits like this, all 3 of these will come from the same shuffle. So we see what we do to Johnny Ringo. The first, those other shots were unnecessary. Johnny Ringo has a fatal head wound. Beat the drum slowly, play the fife lowly. All of his hit points are lost. So he is automatically dead in the street. Knuckleduster makes some casualty figures. I don't have them yet. I do need to get them because it is useful to know where people are with if they're carrying stuff or have weapons. It's not unusual to run out of ammunition or, well, all of these guys are carrying a lot of extra rounds, but sometimes it's easier just to pick up a gun than it is to reload. Johnny Ringo is down, and okay, this card, this fancy ace, this deck comes with 4 regular aces and then this fancy ace. So I'm using this fancy ace as a wild card to activate bystanders. That's not actually a part of the game. How bystanders work is not well defined in the game. I'm pretty sure it's intended to be worked out by the scenario specifics. So what I'm going to do is going to roll for a direction, and none of these are actually helpful. These are all just wandering random bystanders. A helpful bystander would be a bystander that might give you things or answer questions or actually supply help. Like the general store guy's here carrying a shotgun. We'll start with the Chinaman. He's going to move 4 inches into the bank. So he's going to basically seek cover, which makes sense. The lady in the street with her baby, she's going to head back this way. I'm not sure that made that much sense. The drunk in the street there is going to move 7 inches towards the bank. I'm using the D10 not only to roll inches, but also to roll direction for those inches. The 2 ladies on the saloon steps, one's going to walk out into the street. I don't think that was bright. And the other one is also going to go with her. Not sure why they did that. The last one I have is the general store owner, who's going to move. He's apparently also seeking cover in the bank. Okay, King, that's Curly Bill Brocious. I think he's going to head 6 inches. Billy Brocious is going to take cover over here. And another 2 inches. Come up onto the steps. 2. This is Turkey Creek Johnson. Turkey Creek Johnson is way over here. And there's a lot. He's not going to shoot from here. He's got too much activity going on in the street. He's going to move for 2 and 7, 8, total of 9 inches over by his buddy here. And towards Brocious. 4, Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday is carrying his shotgun. Head over to the barrels here with the shotgun. And that is Turkey Creek Johnson again. Turkey Creek Johnson is going to aim and fire 3 rounds at Brocious. This is at medium range, so it's 44. The aiming makes it 54. Nothing else is applying. So 54 right down the boardwalk there to Billy Joe. So it's going to be 54, 44, and 34. 66 for the first one is a miss. 85 for the next one, also a miss. Keep knocking terrain over. 98, all 3 of those rounds miss. I think I mentioned earlier the range in this is, for these pistols, is rough. Virgil Earp. Virgil's way over here. He's not in the fight yet. Virgil's just going to walk straight up the street, or run straight up the street for 11 inches. All right, that's Texas Jack with a 3. Texas Jack is over here at the barber. Now, he does have a target if he shoots, but he's probably at long range. So I think he's going to need to move. Yeah, he's going to step down off the steps and out into the street. Doc Holliday again. Doc has got too many ladies in his way to fire, but he could fire at Brocious. But he'd have to move to do that. He's he's way close range, but it's going to be a quick draw. All right, so he's going to step over here. And sure enough, Billy Brocious is going to do a quick draw. The black die is him, and the white die will be Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday has a +1, 5. It's 5 to 4. That plus was necessary. He's going to fire a shotgun. The range for this, well, it's got to be under 9. Oh yeah, it's way under 9. It's 6 inches. That is short range. Bet he rolls a 99. So the return shot from Curly Bill, this is a pistol. It is also short range, so it's going to be 30 for him. And he rolled 12. That's a success. Doc Holliday's dead. Fatal head wound. Characters nearby turn away in horror, scared for life by what they've seen. Well, Doc Holliday and Johnny Ringo have both been killed in the first couple successful hits. So this is a great example of how this game can go very, very quickly. We're still only on the first turn, and two of our major characters have been shot dead. This is Tom McClory. Okay, Tom is right here. He's got a shot. There's a guy close to him. I don't think he's blocking. I'm going to go ahead and allow that shot and give it a chance to be the bartender if he misses. So he's going to aim. He's shooting at Wyatt Earp right there. Wyatt Earp's in the open to Tom. Just 10 inches almost exactly, which means it's out of quick draw range. We're going to aim and fire 3 times. It's going to be 44 to hit. Aim will make it 54. So 54, 44, and 34. So the first shot is a hit. It's a 50. Second shot is 44 needs. 15. That's a hit. And the third shot is a 0-1. Oh my God. All 3 shots hit Wyatt Earp. Let's take a look and see what happens to the old Wyatt. Shot in the left leg, artery hit and bleeding like a stuck pig. Reduced to half movement for the remainder of the game. He takes 1d3 plus 3, so that's a total of 5. Wyatt Earp takes 5 hits. Doesn't fatally wound him, but it's close. When you get down to your last 3 red chips, you're fatally wounded. You're going to end up dying. Of course, that's only the first hit. Second shot, groin. Fall prone, reduced to crawling for the remainder of the game, and another d3 hits. 3. He is now fatally wounded, and in fact, he's probably going to die on this shot. Groin injury, shot twice in the groin, fall prone. And there's another d3. He's going to take it anyway. Wow, bloody game, and all of our heroes are dying. Wyatt Earp is shot dead. We haven't even got through the first turn yet. 10. This is Billy Clanton. Billy Clanton is mounted. He moves for 9. Right through everybody. He's going to shoot at Virgil. Virgil, however, ain't going to let this just pass. So Virgil, he's going to do his hole in the wall or do a quick fire. So we both have to roll off. Neither of these guys have pluses. But Billy Clanton rolled successfully. So Billy Clanton's going to get the first shot. Billy Clanton is on horseback. His horse does not spook around gunfire. That's his only modifier. He has moved 50%. He needs 10 to hit. Not quite enough. Virgil fires back. Virgil's got a pistol. So it would be 60. It's halved because of the quick fire, so that's 30. So he needs a 30 to hit. 39. Oh, so close. So close. And the next card is Virgil's. So he gets his ace in the hole card back. Then it is 5. That is going to be Morgan Earp. Morgan's only has an initiative 1, so he's only got 1 card in the deck. I'm going to try to help his brother. And the last card of this turn is a Jack, and that is Ike Clanton. Ike, who's still way back there. Ike is also only a 1 and hesitant. So that first turn, the gunfight started. People started to walk into range. Well, Wyatt Earp shot and killed Johnny Ringo. Curly Bill Brocious shot and killed Doc Holliday. And then Tom McClory has dropped Wyatt Earp. So big fight, serious losses on the first turn, and a lot of history changing going on here at the gunfight of the mediocre corral. King. The king is Curly Bill Brocious. Now, Burley could activate himself, or he can activate. He's going to go ahead and give his turn to Billy Clanton, and Billy Clanton's going to try to fire 3 rounds at Virgil Earp. He's going to aim and then go to fire. Virgil Earp is going to quick draw. And this time Virgil Earp is successful, gets to draw on Clanton. It's 6 inches. It would be 60 normally, that's going to drop it to 30. There's no other modifiers there. 30! Virgil shoots 1 shot. It's a hit. Okay, it should have been a D10 on the animal wound chart. 6 to 10 is dead. Horse is down. So he has shot Clanton off the horse. Well, shot the horse out from under Clanton. But he's also a rider. Always roll free from falling horses. I think it makes sense that he'd be prone. I'm going to put him prone. I think he'd be prone. He can return that shot from the ground. He's also at 30. He's at 10 actually because he had been riding. Ooh, oh, 9. What are the odds of that? Clanton, proving himself quite the cowboy, has actually managed to roll off his horse and then shoot and hit Virgil Earp. The end of his nose is shot off. So not a fatal injury. Earp gets a nose job. Wow, what excitement there. And now it is the jack. That's Ike Clanton. Ike's gonna come and look after his brother. That's 11. King, Curly Bill. Curly Bill is going to go ahead and shoot at Morgan. What the heck? Why not? Morgan is 9 inches. He cannot quick draw because it's still upside down from when he activated last time. Curly Bill, he's within 6 inches of Ike now because of Ike's run over to his brother. That's going to give Curly Bill a +5 to his shot. Curly Bill is going to go ahead and shoot at Virgil Earp for 3 rounds. So it's 9 inches. 9 inches with a pistol. That's just the top of short range. It's going to be a 60 for that, 65. Oh, he can aim too. 75, 65, and 55. 75 is a hit. 65 is a hit, and 55 is a miss. So the first 2 shots hit. The first one, Virgil is hit. Fatal head wound. Any character within 2 inches behind must spend their next action wiping the blood, and nobody is. Bam! Morgan Earp is dead. This has been a bloody, bloody game. Curly Bill fired 3 rounds. That first one killed him. You have to call the shots in advance. It gives that how many you're shooting. So he still has fired 3 rounds. In fact, his gun, he's fired a total of 5 rounds out of that pistol. So there's only 1 more round in that pistol. But he's got extra rounds on him, and he's got a whole other pistol with him. If he drops and changes hands, he'll be firing just as well. Or he can fire in his offhand at a negative. The Cowboys are killing right now. Tom McLaury again. Tom still has 3 rounds. He is just at medium range, so he could aim and shoot from there, which is what he's going to do. Why not? He's been doing really well. He's going to aim, and then he's going to fire 3 rounds at Turkey Jack Vermilion. This is a medium, so it would be 45 normally. The aim is going to bring it up to 54, so 54, 34, 24. First shot misses. Second shot hits. That's only 1 hit. We've had an awful lot of just downright kills in this game. Right buttocks hit and bleeding reduced to half movement for the remainder of the game, takes D3 hits. It's only 2. Vermilion takes 2 hits. Ace. This is Frank. Frank is going to go ahead and aim and shoot at Vermilion. Why not? 3 rounds. Frank is at the corner of the bank. He's a little closer, but still not close enough. It's going to still be medium. So it's going to be the same thing, 54-34. And poor Vermilion's right out in the middle of the road. That's a hit. 2 hits. The third one misses. The first 2 hits were both under 10. 2 hits on already half moving Vermilion. Shot passes through the fleshy part of the right side, painful and bloody, but not incapacitating. And right trigger finger severed and dangling by a thread, useless. Drop the item in the right hand immediately. You can no longer use anything with that hand. Okay, he can live with that. Vermilion he does another D3 points, which is a bigger deal. Fatal wounded range. And he's going to be firing with an offhand. Mark that pistol with a dropped pistol token, in case the game goes long enough that anybody cares, but it seems unlikely to me. The rate this is going, 5. 5 is Morgan Earp. Morgan Earp is standing right here in front of the barber. He's going to go ahead and shoot. This is also 44. He's going to aim and shoot at Curly Bill. It would be 44. Normally that's going to make it 54, 44, and 34. First shot's a 97 is a miss. Second shot, 70 is a miss. And 34, 79, great. Things are not going well for our heroes who cannot roll worth a damn. And now it's Billy Clanton who's laying there on the floor. Billy Clanton's going to get up. And he's just going to fire the 1 round right now. So he's going to fire 1 round at Morgan. He's just at 10, so it's going to be 44. That's a hit. Of course it is. Billy Clanton's gun is now unloaded. That one gun. As I mentioned, he has 2. This is a great example of how dangerous this game can be. Morgan. Lobe with the right ear shot off. Huh, same thing happened to his brother earlier. Oh, no, it was nose. So Morgan survives that okay. 3 is back to our side. That's Texas Jack Vermilion. I think Texas has to get out of the middle of the street. That's just all there is to it. So Texas Jack is going to try to move over to cover at the general store. That's a 9. That would be 4.5. I'm going to round down to 4. That is just enough. He's going to get back here behind those barrels, and then he's going to shoot at Frank standing there in the open. This is with his other gun, his left hand, so he's going to be the negative. So it's going to be medium range. That would have been 44. It's going to drop to 22 because of the move. It's going to be 12. He's going to fire the 1 shot at 12. 31 does not do it. But at least Texas Jack has fired a shot. And that's going to be Turkey Creek Johnson. Turkey Creek has got 3 rounds in his gun. He's way over here. He's going to shoot where he's got a clear shot, which is going to be at Curly Bill Brocious. He is at 10, so it can't be a quick draw. Going to go ahead. This is Turkey Creek Johnson. He's going to fire all 3 rounds, which will empty his gun. So 10 is going to make it a 44. He can aim, so it's going to make it 54. So Turkey Creek Johnson aims and fires. He's firing 3 rounds at Curly Bill Brocious. It's going to be 54, 34, and 24. So the first shot is a 13. That's a hit. A 10. That's a hit. And 33. So it would have been 54, 44, 34. So all of those hit. That's 3 rounds on Curly Bill. Left buttocks hit, bleeding, reduced to half movement for remainder of game, 1d3 points. 3. So Curly Bill loses 3 hits. Second shot. Bullet ricochets off your thick skull, knocking you to the ground. So Brocious is prone and takes another hit. And the last one. Right trigger finger severed and dangling by a thread, useless. Drop item in the right hand immediately and cannot use that hand. Another 3 hits, only 1. So he is not fatally wounded yet. He is disarmed in his right hand. Curly Bill does carry 2 pistols, however. Pretty good shooting there from Turkey Creek. Bill Clanton's up in the road. He is unloaded with the one gun, but he could fire with the other. Got a negative to hit. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to aim. He's going to try to shoot Morgan. They're at exactly 10 inches, so that's going to be medium range, 44. Aiming makes it 54, off dominant hand, back down to 44. So 44, 34, 24. Sorry, 44, 34, 24, that's right. So the first one's a hit, 27. Second one's a miss with a 76. And the last one's 25. Last one misses by 1 point. A relatively uninjured Morgan shoots the end of his nose off. That's what his brother got earlier. So been shot in the ear, been shot in the nose. And our hero, Turkey Creek, gets to activate. Unfortunately, Turkey Creek's got an empty gun. So Turkey Creek is going to move into the cover. 10, he can move anywhere. I'm going to move him all the way around over to here. And he's going to load 3 of his rounds. So what I do is I remove the marks I made on the pistol part of ammunition and mark off 3 of the later reload ammunitions. So he's got 3 rounds in his gun now. 3 is Texas Jack Vermilion. Texas is going to go ahead and shoot again. He's going to go ahead and shoot it. Well, who do we shoot? Do we shoot Laundry or do we shoot it? Because there's the girls there. That's a medium range again. He's going to aim, so 55, 54, it drops back down to 44. So it's 44, 34, 24. First hit is a 41, that's a hit. Second one is a 20, that's a hit. And for this one we need 24, that's a miss. So the first 2 are going to hit. Vermilion hits the incredibly effective Tom Landry for 2 hits. One is a nick in the back of the neck. Don't know how that happened when he's facing the way he is. Fatal head wound, characters nearby turn away, and he is dropped. Boy, we've had a lot of fatal wounds in this game. Tom McClary is dropped. And this is the civilians acting. The fellow running by the livery runs for 4 inches back the direction he came because he's confused. The dog, who I forgot last time, runs for 10 inches over to the sheriff's office, probably because of the noise. Shotgun boy there moves for 6 inches. He moves into the bank. Mother and child, 10 inches that way. Maybe it's her dog. The drunk, 8 inches into the bank. First prostitute, 5 inches back towards Curly Bill. Yeah, that's one of our customers. The other lady in red there, 2 inches over this way towards the Doc Holiday. And that is everybody. That's a king. Curly Bill. Curly Bill is only down, isn't he? Yeah. He's going to activate Bill Clanton. Clanton is going to shoot at Morgan. Morgan cannot return. This is going to be a 44. He's going to aim. 54. The wound brings it back to 44. So it's 44, 34, 24. 44, 04. That's a hit. 34, 15. That's a hit. And 24, 96. That one's a miss. So he fires 3 more rounds. Both of his pistols are presently empty, but he hit Morgan there twice. So the first one, headshot, heel shot off boot, causing you to stumble. Roll 2d6. And on a result of 7 or 11 or doubles, you fall prone. Nope, 8. So nothing happens, no damage. Bullet smashes the watch in your right vest pocket and knocks the wind out of you. Spend 1 action figuring out if you're hurt. And that's Frank McClary. Frank's going to shoot at Morgan. Why not? He's going to have to hit somebody eventually. Just at 15. So he's going to aim. He is not wounded. So it's 54, 44, 34. The first shot is a hit at 10. Second shot, 72 is a miss. He only had 2 rounds that he could shoot. Ooh, shot in the left ankle, severing tendon. You hear it snap. Fall prone, reduced to crawling for the rest of the game, and 2 additional points. This is going to hurt. And McClary is now empty. We've got a lot of people who have to reload guns. That was a turn. Notice how much quicker that turn was than the first turn, because there's so many people out now and so many less actions. A bunch of these guys, a couple of them activates on 3s, which means they have 3 cards in this deck. Some of them activate on 2s, which means they have 2 cards in the deck, and then a couple of 1s. So when you take a guy out, there's a bunch of cards that are coming out each time. And so the deck is getting a lot smaller. 3, this is Texas Jack Vermillion. Texas Jack has 2 rounds in his gun. All right, he's gonna aim and shoot at William Clanton there. This is medium, so it's 44. The aiming would have brought it to 54, but his firing with the wrong hand brings it back to 44. So we need a 44, a 34, and a 24. The first hit is a 73. Oh, I'm sorry, he only has 2 shots. So the first shot misses. He's only got 1 more. So that was 44. He needs a 34, and that's a 51. His gun is now empty. 2 is Turkey Creek Johnson. Turkey Creek Johnson has been loading. Going to try to move into behind that barrel to shoot at William Clanton. He only moves 1 inch. Not good. I think that might be enough, though. That's unfortunately going to still count as a move. He's also now within 9 inches. So he can't aim. He's going to shoot. Billy Clanton cannot fire back. His guns are empty. So he can't do the gun in the hole, which means Vermillion can shoot all 3 rounds, which he's going to, I mean, not Vermillion, Turkey Creek Johnson. So he's going to shoot the 3 rounds he just put back in that gun. He needs, he moved, so, well, actually he's also closer now, a lot closer. So it should have been 60. His movement's going to drop to 30. So it's 30, 30, 20, and 10. First shot, 16, that hits. Second shot, 61, misses. And the last shot, 63, also misses. But that first one is a definite hit. So he hits Billy Clanton. I don't think Billy Clanton's been hit at all. His horse has. Shot in the left ankle, severing tendon, here at snap, fall prone, crawling in the rest of the game, and takes 4 points of damage. And Clanton is down again and is now only crawling. Ace, Frank McClary. Now Frank is going to go ahead and spend both these turns loading. So he's going to fully load his gun. He could have moved and only loaded 3 rounds, but I feel like he's got pretty good cover there, except for from Turkey Creek, who's empty, frankly. So I think he's doing fine where he is. 3. That is Vermillion, who is empty. Now, does Vermillion can either move or reload his gun entirely, or sit there taking shots. I think he's going to stay there and reload that pistol. All right, that's Billy Clanton. Billy Clanton is on the ground, and Billy Clanton's guns are empty. Prone is actually gives you some coverage, though, and he's going to have to crawl to get out of there. So I think what I'm going to do is reload one of the guns. I don't believe he was wounded in that, so he's going to go ahead and reload his right-hand pistol first. And then we activate Turkey Creek Johnson. Turkey Creek Johnson is not really in line of sight of anybody. I'm going to go ahead and reload his pistol. He's only got a couple of spare rounds left. And then it goes to the Jack. That's Ike Clanton. Now Ike has got 1 target in Vermillion if he doesn't move. He has not fired, I don't think, at anybody. His brother's there in the beat up in the street. Okay, I don't think that guy's actually in cover for him. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shot at Vermilion. Gonna go ahead and shoot 3 rounds. Aim and shoot 3 rounds. So this is gonna be 54. And he's trying, let's call it bad cover. He is trying to be in cover. I think it's his base is the problem. So bad cover would make it again back to 44. So 44, 34, 24. 46 misses the first one by 2 points. Misses the second one by the 64. Misses all 3. That was a 29. In every case, he just barely missed. But it doesn't matter because we get a jack again. So he gets to do that again. Same thing as last time. Aim, shoot, cover. So it'll be 44, 34, 24. First shot, I rolled a 26. That's a hit this time. Second shot, he'll need a 34. That's a 54, so it's a miss. Last one needs a 24. 27, just barely misses. So he hits with 1 shot. So Vermilion gets hit. 1d3, left buttocks hit. Bleeding reduced to half movement for the rest of the game. 1 point for Vermilion. Vermilion's now in trouble. He's in the fatally bleeding mode. So his chances of surviving this game are pretty low. Well, he wouldn't survive the game. By the time you're down to 3 rounds, you're going to die at the end of the game anyway. But now he has to roll for bleeding out. So that's rough. And Ike's gun is now empty. That's a king. Curly Bill is going to get Billy Clanton to shoot from his prone position there. He's going to go ahead and shoot at Turkey Creek, I think. So Turkey Creek's in cover. So he's going to aim and shoot 3 rounds. Wait a minute. He's going to aim, and then he's going to go to shoot. And Turkey Creek's going to expend his hole in the wall to get a quick shot. And he wins. So he's going to get the shot instead. Short range, it would be 60. The cover, or the quick shot makes it 30. Prone makes it 20. So he's going to fire for 20. That's an 81. So that's a miss. Billy Clanton fires back. 60, it drops to 30. Cover is going to make it 20. And that's 58. That's also a miss. 5. 5 is Morgan Earp. Morgan Earp loses 1 action because of that stun thing. He's going to go ahead and shoot at Ike from the ground. Ike is at 10. So it's going to be 44. He cannot aim. He's going to shoot 3 rounds. So 44, 34, 24. First one's a miss with a 94. Second one's a miss with a 43. And the third one's a miss with a 73. Morgan cannot shoot worth a damn. His gun's now empty. Billy Clanton, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and shoot again. He's going to aim and shoot at Turkey Creek. So we're going to shoot 3 rounds. There's 60. Aim would have made it 70, but cover puts it back to 60. So 60, 50, 40. First shot is an 05. Second shot is an 86, which is a miss. And the last shot is a 40. 60, 50, 40. So 2 of those, the first and the last hit. Groin, 1d3. Reduced to crawling for the rest of the game. And gut shot. Oh, that's never good. If you survive, you'll die agonizing death over several days. You don't realize at the time. Think everything will be okay. You fall prone, reduced to crawling for the rest of the game. And perhaps worse, 1d3 plus 3. That's 4. So he is now in the fatally wounded stage. This is a bloody, bloody game and not going well for the good guys. And it's Frank McClary. He's going to aim and shoot 3 rounds at Texas Jack. That's going to be 44. He's going to aim and shoot, so it's 54. Cover brings it back to 44. So 44, 34, 24. 44, the first one hits. Second one needs is 34. 07, that's a hit. Third one he needs a 24. Third one's a 70, so 78, I think. So that missed, but the first 2 are going to hit. Texas Jack, and Texas Jack cannot survive this. He's only got 1 hit point left. So no matter what happens, Texas Jack is dead. Bullet knocks your full hat off. Well, maybe I'm wrong. That does no damage. This one kills him. Groin injury. Now you know that God gave you 2. Fall prone, reduced to crawling, remainder of the game, take 1d3. I rolled 3. It didn't matter though, because he only had 1. So Dex Jack is now dead. This is bad. This is leaving only a very wounded and dying Turkey Creek and a wounded Morgan. That's an activate the civilians. This one goes for 8. Finally getting out of here. The lady in the doorway, wrong dice. Goes for 8 inches. Over to check out Morgan. Apparently she changed her mind who she liked. The woman in red goes up. Apparently trying to get Ike to stop fighting. It's the only ones outside, I think. I'm not going to worry about the ones that went inside. And that's the king. Brocious is still alive. He's still loaded. He's been... Brocious is going to get up. And then walk inside the saloon. And that is the end of turn 3. Curly Bill Brocious has run into the saloon. He's actually in pretty good shape. No, he's not. He's been wounded, but he's also, there's no need for him to stay out here fighting when he's clearly winning anyway. 2 was Turkey Creek Johnson. Turkey Creek Johnson can only crawl. Turkey Creek's going to go ahead and shoot at Ike. He's going to aim. He's really close. So that Ike is unloaded. I cannot quick draw. So it's gonna be shoot at 60. Oh no, it isn't. He's mortally wounded, so he's going to shoot at 30. So 3 rounds. It'll be 30, 20, and 10. First round is a miss. Second round is a miss. No surprise. He shoots 3 rounds and none of them hit. Brocious is going to get Ike to reload his pistol. Yelling through the saloon window there. Clanton is going to go ahead and load his off pistol. Ike Clanton is going to go ahead and activate. And he's going to... did that wrong. Well, Turkey Creek was in the hole. He shouldn't have been able to fire. I'm going to go ahead and make him pay for that. 4 inches by moving Clanton over to here. And then Clanton's going to shoot. No, it's still short. So that's going to be 30, 20, and 30. First one's a miss. 20 is a miss, and 10. All 3 misses. And the king again coerces Clanton to shoot again. King is a Curly Bill, and he has that ability to leadership. So this time he's not moving. So it's going to be 60, 50, 40. First is a miss point. Second one's a hit. And the second one's the only one that hits. So he shoots at a Turkey Creek Johnson on the ground. Fatal hand wound. Turkey Creek Johnson is dead. Ike is going to go... He's going to try to walk over to Morgan and stab him. That's the problem with that leadership ability, is it makes you run out of ammo fast. Morgan's going to shoot. Why not? Why wouldn't he? Because he's unloaded. Morgan's going to load 6 rounds into his gun. Frank McClary. Frank is going to go ahead and shoot Morgan. Can you do that? Yeah, he's got 3 rounds. So he's going to aim. It's going to be 60, 55, 44. It's going to be, first one's a miss. Second one's a hit. Third one's a miss. 1d3 plus 3. 6. 6 hits on Morgan. That's all she wrote. All of our heroes are dead.
Cowboys win. All the heroes have been shot up and dead. So all of the immortals are dead. Curly Bill is actually in pretty good shape. He's wounded a bit, but he's not even in the dangerously wounded area. Billy Clanton is actually healthier than Curly, though he shot an awful lot of rounds and laying in the street there. Ike is fine. I don't think Ike's been shot. And Frank McClary is doing pretty well. So the Cowboys, overwhelming victory for the Cowboys, huh? There you have it, a game of Gunfighter's Ball. This is a great example of one of the interesting and yet possibly challenging points of this game. Gunfighter's Ball is, in a way, very realistic. The damage is all very, very random. I use the black deck, which is an optional deck. It's a deck of cards you can use. In the rule book, there's a percentile dice list chart that you can roll on for similar results. Either way, it's very random. So when you're fired upon, you might only get a little nick, you might get your nose cut off, you might find it was nothing, or your whiskey flask saves your life, or you might just be dropped in one shot. I think that really matches some of the encounters I read about in the gunfights in the period. It makes the game menacing. You've got to think about getting into a gunfight. And it also means things can not go the way you were planning or the way history did. And we just saw a complete reversal of history. All the Earps themselves and their friends were dropped in the streets with very little casualties of the Cowboy side at all. And an awful lot of that was nothing more than bad luck. So that brings us to an end of the gunfight at the Mediocre Corral. If you've enjoyed this video or you play this game yourself and you would like to make comments about your opinions of either this video or your experiences with the game, go ahead and do that in the comments down below. Also, if you have any idea for further content you'd like to see us present here on Cry Havoc Wargaming, we look for those in the comments below as well. If you've enjoyed the video and found any use of the content, we hope that you'll hit like. And if you'd like to receive further notifications to receive more videos like this one that might help you decide how to better spend your money or time in your wargaming and tabletop hobby, then please hit subscribe. Until next time, cheers.